then.
You are welcome. It is a Thursday. And check this. A smile is one language or expression that is recognized globally. Well, that and the dollar. Whether you are Caucasian, Asian, or even of African descent, Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo, we are all one people when it comes to that big smile and the dollar. Good morning and welcome.
Happiness belongs to those who always think of other people, think of giving other people dollar. But make it a point to make someone else happy and leave a smile on their faces.
Yes, indeed. Obviously, we are not here alone. We've got Ego Ibom. When last were you called that, Emem?
Wow. what does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Oh my God, Mazino, that reminds me of talk by
I know, right?
I miss you so much, T. All right, guys, how are you doing this morning?
We are fantastic. Can't
We're
wait.
good.
Can't wait for the week to be over. Not
Honestly.
because I don't enjoy y'all's company, but
It's been a long week. It's been a long week. But you'd be surprised how much of a difference you can make when, in the world, when you just let other people in.
Yes,
let them
indeed.
in. Let us into your world.
absolutely. This is the exact reason that we are in front of your TV screens every single day, Monday up until Friday, to put that 1,000-meter range smile on your faces, help you guys get the week, well, round it off right for a Thursday.
The numero uno breakfast TV show on Nigerian TV. It's definitely going to be an amazing show. It's an artsy Thursday today. I'm always looking forward to Thursdays now.
Yes,
yeah, it's always
absolutely.
really, really different, really interesting. And everything is better on this side of the divide. You know, the sun is brighter, the sky is bluer. We are happier, and we hope to rub off on you as we go along. My name is Titilayo Onyison.
My name is Mazino Appeal, and of course, remember you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best television breakfast show in Nigeria.
Yeah, remember you can also watch us live absolutely anywhere you are across the world. Just have our app handy. You can download it from Google Play or iOS.
Please follow us across all social media platforms. Use the handle at TVC Connect. For now, we have lined up some great content for you guys for breakfast television. Let's let you know what we got going for a Thursday on art display. Bolaji Alonge, an artist, photographer, and also actor, joins us with more than 2 decades of experience in documenting history, looking for beauty where it is least expected. Bolaji Alonge's visual language speaks of the wonders of nature and human exchange and searches for historical continuity in a world that is fractured. Ooh, poetry.
Very deep. Good morning.
Morning.
We
Yeah.
apologize for the technicalities, though.
Yeah.
The
Titi,
weather is kind of affecting the...
no, it wasn't weather. Titi just fell, tripped, and pulled the plug.
Oh, wow.
But we're back now.
So, Mazino's bike rode over the cable.
No, it was Emem's humor. It was so dry. Fuses just burned. We are sorry.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
In any case, you had quite a day yesterday.
Yes, I did. Yesterday was Eliana's birthday, and it was a busy kind of day for me. So picking up her cake, to going for my Mile 12 market runs.
Oh, wow.
To going to shop for her party
You know, I've
things.
never been there.
What, Mile
To
12?
Mile 12. Oh, we should go there sometime,
Really?
and then we can document it.
Just make sure you have a special
That sounds
pair.
like work.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Take a special pair of shoes that you can actually probably
Was it like they've got
throw
shelves
away.
and stuff?
Which shelves?
Which shelves?
You dey enter market, go and buy tomato.
Yes.
Okay, so,
wear an old T-shirt.
Recently, I felt
and
like I
old
won an
jeans.
award.
Okay.
Because I went to the market for my wife, and when I got back, I
What?
gave her change. And she was very, very surprised. She was like,
wow.
You got all these? How much did you buy this? I'll tell her. She was like, that's good.
Yeah.
How much? That's good.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had
Yeah,
to achieve
and then
something.
you know what
because-
she was doing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
She was just trying to make him feel good.
So
that was it.
and then I had like family and friends over. So I mean, I was overwhelmed yesterday, to be honest. But how I was able to still do everything, put everything together, and it was still a success.
Nice.
And
And you're
shout out
here
to
so early in the
and I'm
morning.
here so early
Yeah.
again. I almost thought that I
wouldn't
was going to break down.
Wow.
Don't
I almost
worry.
thought, but thanks to
Yeah.
that thing that we take.
Yeah.
It's coffee.
I beg you. Hey. We don't take anything else.
That is a motherhood pill.
It's
you take.
natural.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
natural, organic.
Well, mine
Energy,
is not organic,
positive
sha.
energy.
I have my motherhood pill that I take to, still keep body and soul, alive. And I really want to say thank you to everyone who reached out. There's tons of messages
Aw.
still
Nice.
waiting to be responded to. I know. I don't want you all thinking, oh yeah, she's all up in her business. She doesn't want to reply to her messages. Trust me, I
Yeah.
didn't sleep till about 12 a.m. last night.
Hello.
This
Sorry.
morning. So please bear with me. I will respond to your messages. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And Leanna sends her love as well.
First of all,
The cuteness,
I
the
want to
cuteness.
say that if you are looking at Emem on TV this morning, she looks very, very good. I love the color.
As in, yeah, the
Thank you,
red is
Mazino.
as in-
Mazino is explicitly complimenting me on national
I
television.
appreciate good something. That's it. She looks
you.
very good today.
Yeah.
You look good too, by the way. I'm sorry.
thank
do,
you.
You do. You do.
Thank you. Afterthought. Thank you.
I do like your dress.
But there's so much happening on
No,
today's
not
show.
so much happening. No, you look good. You look good.
Now, Mazino, there's never been a challenge with how you look. There's never
Thank
been
you.
any problem.
Move on.
There's-
Continue now.
You look amazing, Mazino. Did you get a stylist? Just
All
try to
right.
confirm.
Now I
Is
guess
that
we
it?
can move on.
Yeah.
Let's do fitness,
Fitness.
and we'll be back with more inside Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, welcome back, people. You're still on to Wake Up Nigeria, and yes, you just saw some lessons on CPR. Next up, we have to review the newspaper headlines, and this morning we'll be starting with the Daily Sun newspaper. Making the headlines on the Daily Sun paper, we see here Khan expresses worries over migration of Boko Haram to Kaduna, says it's dangerous, bad omen. And on the top, at the top of the paper here, we have Nnamdi Kanu, Igbo senators, reps step in to interface with federal government on pro-Biafra groups' leaders' plights, condemn sit-at-home order in Southeast. And here we have federal government will soon lift ban on Twitter, says minister. And at the bottom of the paper here, quickly, strike end in sight as doctors agree to sign MOU with federal government. And Oyetola Udom signed anti-open grazing bill into law. And also here we have Ohaneze to engage Uzodimma Obiano on anti-open grazing law, applauds Gwanyi. And this and many other stories we have here on the Daily Sun newspaper. Next up on the paper headlines this morning, we have the Nigerian Tribune making the headlines here. We see federal government states FCT owed 35.5 trillion naira by June 2021. And at the bottom of the paper here also we have 1 million Nigerian children to miss school resumption due to insecurity, says UNICEF. And here we have leave allocation formula, focus on improving IGR. RMAFC tells states and local governments. And here, Unibank cancels 20,000 naira latest registration fee. VC apologizes. And Edo governor bars unvaccinated civil servants, visitors from secretariats. And Oshun Akwa Ibom governors signed anti-open grazing bill into law. And at the top of the paper here, affair on Thursday, outstanding salaries, entitlements of doctors prior to strike must be paid. And Okojo Iweala makes list of times 100 most influential people. And finally, here on the Nigerian Tribune, doctor strike, courts to rule tomorrow as parties agree on negotiation. And that's it on the newspaper review this morning. Next up, we have fitness. Stay with us. Let's find some facts. Sorry about that.
All right. And we're back, people. So much made the rounds yesterday.
Yes,
on
yesterday
social
on.
media.
I wish I could say yesterday on social media, but I can't. I'm just going to say yesterday on Instagram. Because I've got one that I'd like to talk about, and it involves Two-Face. No, not about his marriage.
No.
He said something very, very, I wouldn't say profound, but just logical yesterday about the Nigerian Lingua franca. Maybe not Lingua franca, but he made references to the fact that we are so versed when it comes to the Nigerian form of Pidgin English. You go anywhere in Nigeria, go to Abuja, go to the north, go to Zamfara, go to Kebbi, wherever you go to Akwa Ibom. If you can't speak the local language there, you revert to Pidgin English.
Yeah.
And you are more often than not actually lucky enough to get a response back from people in some broken form of English or the other. And since this is something that is so vast, that is so widespread, that you know, everybody knows how to speak Pidgin English. Why don't we just come together and make it a thing? So he called for all the professors of linguistics and everything. Hey, let's just establish this as our...
Let's create a language.
You know, let's just, you know... And I agree with him. And I think that it's long overdue. This one was shouting, you know...
A lot of other languages.
A lot of other languages.
So it's really interesting because the Nigerian form of Pidgin is is a form of pidgin that has circulated around the world for decades, centuries probably. You know, there are some words such as Pidgin, that's from Pikinini, you know, that was used.
Portuguese, I think.
Portuguese, yeah. So it's very, very universal.
Well, let me give you one.
If, for instance, go ahead.
When they say come out for here, what do you think is?
I'm not sure.
Come out.
Yeah, come out,
Yeah, it's come out.
But it's also being used in, you know, West Indian countries, Francophone countries, so all over the world. But the challenge is actually creating such a structure where, you know how languages are formed? It has to be huge universities and professors, as Tufis put it, and they have to actually come up with a standard for it. So that might be the challenge, creating a standard, because it's also evolving every day. New words are being added to it every day. So then what becomes the standard? And do you start teaching it in schools? What do you begin to do? So it's a long process.
Well, to be honest, I do not agree with Two-Face, because I'm like, dude,
really?
We know that you really like to speak it. I mean, that's like one of the many ways, you know, the only way you actually know how to express yourself. I really do not think that it should be a thing. I mean, we're still trying to inculcate our, you know, our kids into speaking our native tongue, our mother tongue. Now you want to confuse them again with Pidgin English. Like, I mean, we already have so many
languages, living languages,
live-in languages. You know, can we focus on that? Can we focus on, because in that a lot of our children are lost. They do not know their history. They do not know their culture. They do not know their tradition. They do not know anything. You get, and I think we should focus on teaching them how to speak our mother tongue. You know, and you know, then, and also speak good English. That, you know, because when you get into the world, that's the only, you know,
everything.
So
the challenge I have is the art of communication. The communication starts from one person and has to connect with the other. If for any reason you want to start international trade on a certain level without having that English education, and you still want to make money, you still want to have a good business, you have to have a line of communication. So if this is what people understand, why not just stick to the winning formulas? So there's some markets where probably won't hear
especially
a word
markets. It's all Pidgin English.
Yes, you're not going to hear a single word of English.
You throw it away completely. He's saying that professors need to. He's more or less calling for Pidgin English to be, you know, if possible, you know, accepted, become like a universal language. Being like, let it become an accepted language. Let it become even in our school curriculum. Do you understand? But I'm like,
so you have foreigners from Asia go into, so okay, let's think of an Asian restaurant, a Chinese restaurant.
Asia is not the best example. In Asia they don't
calm down now. But the thing is, the Asians, when they get here, they spend 3 to 6 months. And they learn Pidgin, go into the markets, buy shrimp, buy prawns.
The fact is, when foreigners come to Nigeria, the first language they learn is Pidgin English.
So are you saying that we should go around speaking Pidgin? Because we speak Pidgin English.
Too late, Emem. We already do it.
Yeah. If we want to speak Pidgin English now for national television, we go speak up.
I agree with you, however. And I also agree with you when it comes to connection. Because it's the fastest way to connect, whether you like it or not. On your case, I also agree with you. We have so many languages. We should focus on these languages. But therein is the problem itself. Because when there's so many of them. There's so many. Okay, so now you talked about international trade. With international trade, it's important to at least learn French, Spanish. Excuse me, ma. No, sorry. Forget about French. Forget about Spanish. It's Chinese.
Chinese is also one of the. No. You also learn. You also need to learn how to speak Mandarin. That's Mandarin. So that's a whole lot. You know, that's a whole lot of work because now you have to pay for that service online. It's not. I tried to learn Spanish one time because then I was sort of interested in.
It's all the time.
Whatever. And those people started charging me so much money because, you know, I mean, like if you want to learn it, you have to pay for it.
That's the way we can make some more money. We could sell the language and make money.
You can speak your native tongue,
yeah?
Can your daughter speak it?
No.
Okay, good. First off, you don't have the time to teach them. I understand, but do you know that there are Nigerian courses, in Nigerian facilitators who actually are providing these services to come to your house and
teach your kids
a dialect or two.
No, I mean, I also feel that that's also a role that we parents even need to.
You can make some good money.
Yeah, even we parents are not even doing enough in that regard, to be honest, because we want our children to have an accent.
I don't blame you.
We want our children to speak Queen's English. And then the minute you hear your, I'm guilty. My daughter, none of them know better speak Pidgin in my house.
Oh, but guess what?
No,
Trust me.
it's necessary.
Trust me.
Okay, wait. Can I say this real quick? Let me say this real quick.
No, I'm letting you know what it is.
Sorry, not
we
this.
don't know if we want our children speaking it. That's why I say I'm guilty of it. I'm not saying that they shouldn't.
I think everybody, you actually should let your children speak it. My daughter speaks very pristine English. I'm actually very proud of her. But lately, I've begun, especially now that we're beginning to introduce her to the outside world, you know, go outside and get this, go outside and do this, communicate with people. We've had to start speaking some major Pidgin English so that she's not lost when she gets out there.
Exactly.
She will be bullied if she gets out there and she cannot speak Pidgin English, whether you like it or not. I was actually, I was a victim of this. In secondary school, our producer Alamde will tell you, the secondary school that we went to, what in the world is this one?
Okay, so the challenge, and I hate to break it to you, Emem. Your nannies are teaching your kids Pidgin English, whether you like it or not. That is the line of communication they're giving your kids right now. Test them out and speak Pidgin to them if they won't respond.
They will respond to you in English.
Titi, can you speak Pidgin English to
Titi, they speak now.
I actually do.
You do?
I do.
I know so I won't continue with this, but we have to go now. So make sure that stay tuned there. Now Wake Up Nigeria.
Yay! Welcome back, people. You're still on to Wake Up Nigeria. And yes, this is the kitchen segment. With me this morning is
Chef
Olani Kesh. And this morning, she's making canapes. All right. If you're wondering what canapes are, we'll enlighten you on it later on. But would you like to tell us?
Okay, canapes generally are made from a little piece of bread. Then you have the base, you have the spread, you have your toppings, and then you garnish it to complete. But for this particular one is with a twist, you know. The African way, canapes the African way. So I'll be using plantain as my base. Okay. And then I will have my,
okay, so let's talk about the other ingredients as well.
Okay, so right here this morning I have plantain, semi-ripe, not too ripe.
Not too ripe.
It has a lot of iron, very healthy. Then we have this black-eyed peas, black pepper, oil, yes, red onion, salt, then bell pepper. Now I'll be doing a little bit of frying, like egg, egg omelette.
Okay,
you know,
with the bell peppers.
Yes, with the bell peppers. Okay. Then I also use it as my, you know, to garnish as toppings. Then I'll use this to garnish it. Okay. And this tuna, light tuna, you know. And then I have my mayonnaise as spread. You can use anything as your spread.
So you're using the mayonnaise as a spread on the plantain?
Yes, before I then had my cucumber and then peas. And, you know, these are dry
ginger and garlic
spices, like ginger, garlic, and then I have my curry
and of course our seasoning cubes.
Yes, seasoning cubes.
All right. So our chef this morning decided to take us to France because this is actually a French recipe, guys. Yes. So canapes are also more of the hors d'oeuvres. That's what they're actually really called. They're just little handful, I call them a handful actually. So you just basically, like, you know, pick them and then you put it in your mouth. They're basically desserts. Well, you take them in between meals. Yeah, they're not actually.
You could even have it as starters at times.
Yeah, you can have them as starters as well, or before or after dinner. Yes. But can we begin?
Yes.
So I'm guessing we'll start with our plantain.
Yes.
All
we
right,
have
fantastic.
to. Not really
so we're
deep
going to fry up our plantains, and then we would start.
I'll prepare my spread. Then I'll just start the plattering. It's a very simple recipe. After the plantain, I'm going to be doing the omelette. Okay. That'll be the next. Okay. And after that, I just do the table setting. Okay. That's all, because other things will be served fresh on top. On top. I'm really looking forward to, you know, how this breakfast recipe turns up this morning. Because, I mean, we've not actually had canapes on the show this morning. Have we? Anyways, we have to go on a quick break now, people. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Now it's time for some music. Debere Kende Joshua is known by his stage name, Goal Getter. He's a songwriter, singer, and he's obsessed with every single bit of music. Now, he stormed the entertainment industry with his amazing album, titled The One. How you doing, Goal Getter?
I'm good, I'm good.
All right, fantastic. So the name of your track for this morning is what?
Irima.
Irima. You want to tell us a little bit about that song?
The kind of love song.
Okay.
I was trying to tell the girl, like, okay, I'll be there for her, like.
All right.
If she's like, it's a love song, I was just trying to explain my own kind of.
So there must have been a love interest involved when you put this song together.
Yeah,
is she still around? Because the way you're saying you don't want to explain this song, is she still there?
Mm-hmm.
She is?
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, then. Are you set to perform?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so we have Goal Getter about to perform his brand new track, Irima.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
International soundboy,
Irima, I go love you better. If not love, I go treat you better. No disguise, I go show you better. For this love, now you I go chase. 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 Get there like no fear, baby, no weekend, whoa, no game. Something feel it, tell you. Banga, 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 banga. Banga, 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 banga. Irima, I go love you better. If not love, I go treat you better. No disguise, I go show you better. For this love, now you I go chase. 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 I swear it's my chest, baby, don't talk, not talk, I did it for you. You know, I know, we know, but not stop now, I do not jump now. Banga, 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 yeah. Banga, banga, yeah. Banga, banga, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Macaulay next.
international soundboy, Kelly on the beat.
Well done, Go Getter. Nice name and lovely song. Beautiful one. This cold Thursday morning. Is it cold where you are right now? Is it cold? Well, we're feeling very cold, but yet chilled here in the studio this morning. With me in the kitchen is Chef Olanike. And this morning, she is making canopies, taking us all the way to France. I love being in a foreign country, I know. But anyways, let's talk about this morning's recipe and let's go.
Okay, so the recipe, the major recipe here for me today, at home you can decide to use bread. There's this special long
bread, and then you like cut them into slices.
Like this kind of shape,
Yeah.
and then you can as well use potato, like Irish potato.
Irish potatoes, oh,
yes, as the
okay.
base. But today here I'm
We're
using plantain as the base.
Giving that, or considering that plantains are pretty pricey right now in the markets. They're like the new gold, but Anyways, let's talk about the ingredients for our breakfast, our canopies.
Okay, for the canopies, plantain, like I said, then by the time I'm making the eggs, you know, like I said, I'm making omelets.
Okay.
So I'll chop some of this bell pepper inside.
Okay.
Then I had my seasoning.
Okay.
I fried. The tuna could be mixed together with it, or I just use it as toppings.
Okay.
And then my cucumber, and then, you know, this would be the last, just to garnish it up. That's fresh lettuce.
And then you said something about the mayonnaise being a plantain.
Yes, spread. Yes, I'll be
plantains.
using it as spread on the plantain.
Okay.
Yes.
This is more, it's more like a plantain and egg kind of twist.
Yes, that was why I said it's twisted. Like
it's like an African,
the
like
African
a local kind of canopy.
You can have it even for your children's birthday, or maybe breakfast, or after for dinner if you don't really want something heavy.
Yeah, and this is, you know, some now that if I had any idea of this, I guess I would have tried it yesterday for my daughter's birthday.
Wow.
Because it's just something that, you know, people can snack on, you know, while waiting for their meals. Because trust me, people waited yesterday before the food was ready. And
so now you know.
So I guess something that you can try out, you know, while people are, you know, waiting for, you know, the
main
rice,
dish, for the
main dish to be ready.
So this could serve as
okay, so now that our plantains are almost ready, what do we do next? I see that you already have our eggs ready.
The egg. Okay. Yes, the omelets.
Okay.
Just not deep frying, just a very light oil. Yeah.
Okay.
Oil. Then I'll fry that. After that, then I'll cut it into pieces.
Okay.
I can easily place it on top of the base, which is our plantain, and then other toppings will come right on top.
All right. All right. The good thing about this meal is you can try it out with anything. You can, you know, allow your imaginations run wild with this recipe. It's pretty easy, by the way. Yes, it's actually easy. So if you are at home right now sitting and watching this and you're like saying to yourself, red bell peppers, I'm not really a red bell pepper. I'm not really a bell pepper fan. Or you could, like I said, allow your imaginations run wild. Feel free. Have fun. Be creative.
Whatever you want to use to fry your egg.
You could even make your regular eggs, right? Yes. And then you just place them on the plantains, like on your plates. Just make the plates in a little more colorful and beautiful, right? Fantastic. Great stuff happening here on the show. I'm pretty excited about this recipe. I think it's something I'm going to try out this weekend, since something, I mean, the weekend is upon us. And some kids have not resumed yet. They're still, you know, so it's something you can try out. You could, you know, do for them this weekend. I'm sure they're really going to love this. Kids like to snack on everything. And I see you have Cameroon pepper here.
Yes, we call it black pepper to give it that beautiful
taste.
Then I'll be mixing a little with my
mayonnaise.
spread.
Okay.
Mix it a little. You can add a little
lemon, lime. Okay.
Yes, it could be lemon or lime. Anyone, or just squeeze a little in there, and then add a little garlic powder. And mix it together before spreading on the plantain.
All right. If you're wondering why lime, that's because anything acidic as lime or lemons or vinegar, actually, or even wine, actually, what they do for your meal basically is activate all of those flavors. You know, just make them come alive and while you're, you know, getting your meals ready. And I see that our plantains are almost ready.
Yes.
And, well, the good thing about this is if you cannot get plantains, you cannot buy plantains, you can use Irish potatoes, you can use sweet potatoes, you can use...
You can just cut it out.
Yes, into like round chunks, and then, you know,
just bring it out and then place it on top.
I'm definitely going to try this out. I don't know when next I'm going to have visitors still, but this is something that I'm going to try. I think I would try it out with bread. You could even use like those little burger breads.
Yes.
Those little buns.
Yes,
Ooh,
you can.
Giving me ideas. I know. It's something I'm definitely going to try out. If you're wondering what kind of peas are, well, they're French. It's a French recipe. They're also called hors d'oeuvres. It's basically like a handful meal, just, you know, and that's it. And amazing stuff happening here on the show, waiting for our plantains to get ready. We still have the next 45 minutes, and it is definitely going to be wazza.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to the second hour here on Wake Up Nigeria. And very often a change of self is needed, absolutely necessary, more than a change of scene. It helps you to, you know, put your perspective in check. So be open to embracing change. Welcome to the second hour. Like I said, the lap for number 2 begins right here. It's your family breakfast television, Wake Up Nigeria.
I'm wondering what sort of change Mazino is embracing.
Well,
What
over
sort of
the
change?
many years, I've embraced a lot of change. Trust me, the younger Mazino was
What?
very arrogant.
So what's changed? We can have you be part of our day.
Oh my God.
Okay, it was a joke. Calm down, calm down. But it's all about this time that we draw some lines in our life, you know, and we're crossing those lines and breaking barriers and taking bigger risks every single day. It's all about the absence of fear.
Yes, indeed. Every edition is carefully directed and also curated just for you. This Thursday edition is no different.
If opportunities don't knock, you need to build the door and control the narrative. Yeah, I'm going to have my own magazine one day. So I can be on the cover. My name is Titi Lai Oyinson.
My name is Mazino Appeal, you know that. Very humble me. Welcome once again. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Remember, you can carry us with you anywhere you're going across Nigeria. Download the app. We're in iOS and also in Google Play Store.
Remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world. We have a mobile app.
I just said that.
Yeah, it's a mobile app. The mobile app is special because you can get it on iOS, you can have it on Google Play Store, and you can carry it along with you. We can be with you wherever.
Anywhere. Handle is at TVC Connect. Let's let you guys know what we got planned for the next 45 minutes. On our display, Bolaji Alonge, an artist, photographer, and also actor, joins us with more than 2 decades of experience in documenting history, looking for beauty where it is least expected.
Food is art, yeah?
Very nice, interesting.
Food is art.
Let me tell you something about food and me. Particularly, I'm starting a new Instagram page today, and I'd like everybody to jump on it. It's going to be called Burger Hunter.
Oh.
Now, this is because I have a thing for burgers, and I'm on the search for the best burger in Nigeria. So, yeah, if you've got the best one, bring it on. Let's review it and everything.
Yeah.
But yes, Burger Hunter is going to be, I hope it's still open. I really hope that it is on Instagram, because I'm going to start that today, and I'm going to begin my search across Lagos, across Nigeria, across Africa, and maybe even the world
for the best burger.
Ultimate burger.
So, you know, he has to actually taste these burgers.
Yeah, that's the fun
to find
part.
out. So this is...
He wants to get fat. Tell us say you want fat.
But it's an amazing idea. You know, food itself is so beautiful sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even want to touch it. It looks so good in a picture.
Yeah.
You know, like cakes, when they make some particular types of cakes or chocolate sculptures, you don't want to break into that chocolate, but it's for eating, so you have to break into it. It just feels like you're damaging works of art.
I was going to say you should taste my burgers, and then I remembered, oh yeah, he has.
I have had your
Oh,
burgers.
really?
They actually are nice.
Because I
It's
actually
very
pride
tiny.
myself.
Yeah.
Because I make one of the best burgers.
You should bring it on again. Let's review it.
Yeah.
On Burger Hunter. Biker Burger Hunter.
Go
Yeah,
on and
that's
cook
it.
for him, essentially.
No, the idea is not to cook for him. The idea is to, you know, brag about my burgers.
Well, totally lost that one because, hey, come on, cook for me.
Trust me,
it's trending more.
I love the whole idea of a great burger, great meals that come in burger form. So, you know, there are layers on layers, like the sandwich format itself.
Yeah.
You can sandwich so many things. Some people are even, you know, sushi is actually sandwiched rice with fish and leaves. So it's just layers on layers.
You know, that's
of
one meal
food.
that I can never understand.
Why?
Which one's that?
Sushi is great. Sushi is really
We've never
nice.
had it.
I have. I can never understand it.
Why?
Sure, I can never understand Asian food and Indian food.
I agree with Indian food. It's great. Asian food I don't get.
Okay, so the first time, my first experience with Indian food was not great.
Oh, okay.
And it was a platter.
But, okay. Was it
So it was
seafood?
there was seafood, there was pasta, there was bread, the dry bread with your sauce. It was a whole lot. I'm like, oh, I don't get it.
I need to take MM to a proper Indian
I've
restaurant.
never eaten anything that caused me any disharmony.
Oh, okay.
I think my stomach is made out of sackcloth. I can ingest
You can eat anything. Yeah.
So I've never had any experience like that.
Thankfully.
No, it had to do with the taste, not the, and it was like a real Indian restaurant. So it wasn't a Nigerian trying to experiment on Indian food. It was an Indian restaurant run by Indian people. So I expected more. I expected spice. I expected.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Oh, because you know what? I'm going to have to jump in here because, you know, Chronicles of a Foodie, have been to quite a few really interesting restaurants in and around Nigeria. And we're still going around Nigeria trying to find the best food possible. There are some Indian restaurants that you will be licking your fingers, like it'll be dripping down your arm.
I won't even lie to you, Titi. I sometimes I envy you on that, that journey that you go on. But then I also need to quickly add that I still think Nigerians have some of the very best foods in the world.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yes.
And on
As
that
long
note,
as it's not raining close to the buka that you go, you need to find out what the weather is going to be like. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Now, we begin with security matters in Yobe State, where the Nigerian Air Force has been accused of allegedly killing about 10 civilians at Buari village in Yunusari local government area. The eyewitnesses told TVC News that the airstrike was orchestrated after some suspected Boko Haram fighters was sighted by some residents of the affected village and subsequently alerted security operatives for immediate action. Residents of Buari village have been left displaced by the unfortunate incident, while 32 persons who are confirmed seriously injured are receiving medical treatment at the Gaidam General Hospital. The community is located 20 kilometers from Kanama, the headquarters of Yunusari local government area of the northeast state, Yobe. And other states in the north have been battling insurgency for the last decade, with many killed and others rendered homeless.
In Wali town of Yunusari local government near Kanama, Air Force jet release fire that affected so many people. 10 has been reported that have been died, and about 32 casualties in the hospital.
And in a swift reaction, the Nigerian Air Force has denied the allegation that it bombarded Buari village in Yunusari local government area, killing 10 residents and injuring 32 others. Director of Public Relations and Information of the Nigerian Air Force, Commodore Edward Gabquet, says the report is false. He said the last mission conducted by the force in Yobe was not in Yunusari local government area and was carried out on the 5th of September 2021. No bomb or missile was expended during the operation. The Accident Investigation Bureau has submitted an interim report of the air crash that resulted in the death of the former Chief of Army Staff, Ibrahim Atahiru, and 10 other military officers. Air Chief Executive Officer Akin Olateru submitted the interim report to the Chief of Air Staff, Oladayo Amao, yesterday, according to the AIB, 27 findings were listed in the report, while 8 safety recommendations were made. Copies of the report will be submitted to the Minister of Aviation and the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority to ensure that the recommendations are implemented. On the 21st of May 2021, an aircraft conveying the 11 officers crashed near the Kaduna International Airport. Hours after the incident, the Chief of Air Staff constituted a committee to investigate the circumstances that led to the crash, which involved a NAF King 350 aircraft.
All right, welcome to a very familiar art display today. I'll let you in on it, don't you worry. On art display, Bolaji Alonge, an artist, photographer, and also actor, joins us again with more than 2 decades of experience in documenting history, looking for beauty where it is least expected. Bolaji Alonge's visual language speaks of the wonders of nature and also human exchange in searches for historical continuity in a world that is fractured. Now, he's looking at me very funny, like as if, what is this guy saying? But it is true. You've got so many different forms of expressions, and this one particularly, which we're going to be talking about today, also goes into a project that you are handling currently.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that. But first of all, the last time you were here, we talked about your art forms or expressions in terms of pictures, plants, if I remember. Now, this time you're talking historical stuff. You're doing stuff that, you know, people can relate to exactly on a community level.
Yes.
So your different expressions are wide. Let me say, if art was a language, and it is, you would be a polyglot. Am I correct? But tell us about this expression that we're talking about today.
You know, art, as we all know, is life. We need to reflect our society. At the same time, we need to speak for the people in our society using the arts. So it involves, you know, having communities, speaking for the underprivileged, and, being there for them, reflecting what it is. As we show the beauty, at the same time, we are looking at the stark realities of people in this greenery.
Yeah.
So
Now,
hence we have that.
if you notice, there's no art around me here today. Well, that's deliberate. That's because Bolaji's art are all hanging at this point. And this is because of the project Greener Pastures.
Greener Pastures.
Tell us about what Greener Pastures is about.
Greener Pastures, greener pastures as it is, green. And when we think of greener pastures, we all, especially as Nigerians, we all think about going abroad, where it's actually not green.
No, it's actually white in Canada, guys.
So we all, those are the places we think about. But, you know, if we really look inward, the greener pastures is actually home. It's here.
Okay.
And we are showing Ekwe, especially. We're using Ekwe. It's a project that I've been on for the last 3 years, showing the viridescence of this place, the greenery.
All right, if you're watching TV now, you can see some of those pictures. We're showing you some of the expressions. I think these are those pictures you're talking about from Ekwe, yes?
Yes.
Yeah,
so, you know, the greenery of this place, but at the same time, the reality of the people living in it. So we are showing Ekwe from angles I am sure many people have never seen before. And I can tell you, it's really beautiful.
Oh, trust me. I had my pre-degree course in Ekwe. For the first time, I discovered a place inside of Lagos that was rich with environment and people and language and even a culture. And I especially loved the meat market, or is it the fish market?
The fish market, yes.
Fish market.
The fish market.
I would go there just because of the ambience, the smells, and the language, which was unique, and the vultures too, which is very, very crazy. I don't know why I had a thing for vultures. But just like you say, these things are right there. They're hiding in plain sight. Most people don't know about these places, and then they seek aesthetic beauty outside of Nigeria while you have all of it here. I normally would ask the question, have you seen Nigeria? Because not many people have. And it's a thing and a hashtag that I use when I go biking across Nigeria. Each time I take a very unique picture, I put it there. Have you seen Nigeria? Not many people have. No. But they've seen Dubai, they've seen South Africa, they've seen Zimbabwe and the Seychelles.
Even people here in Lagos haven't even they really have no idea what it looks like.
Have you seen Lagos? Have you seen Ekwe? Actually.
So we are bringing it to you through this photo exhibition holding at Didi Museum.
Where is this? What is this? What was that?
That's Shalakpure. That's fish, you know. Those are the foods of Lagos.
I saw a cliff, what do you call them? That cliff, the land, water down, and then if we can go back and circle around and show that picture again of the cliff.
Okay, those are other pictures of Lagos. These are my work. Now this, for example, that's Ekwe.
Ah, beautiful.
From the inside, very inside of Ekwe. So which is what we are focusing on mainly, especially in the next 10 days, starting from today at Didi Museum.
Oh,
yes,
Didi Museum.
Didi Museum in Victoria Island. Okay. So from today, the 16th, to the 26th.
There. Where is that?
Oh, yeah, that's Mpampe Crushed Rock in Abuja.
Oh, I was there 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yes.
I rode all the way there. And how come I didn't recognize it? I wish I could show you my picture. It's lovely. It's a very unique place. You're there and you're like...
So this is what Eyes of a Lagos Boy does, to remind you. It's not like the thing is not there. It's not like you probably haven't even seen it, but you've not paid attention to it. So we are showing you
That is interesting. So for the exhibition, what kind of people are you expecting? Can anyone just walk in? Can I walk in with my slippers, or do I need to be wearing Louboutins?
Of course. I mean... It's on the 18th, the opening, the official opening. Today we are having the press view. 18th, you can come around, witness Ekwe, watch our documentary, see the beautiful things going on.
There's a documentary.
And also, yes, there's a documentary that shows it from different angles. Yeah, the documentary is titled Greener Pastures. Okay. It talks about the living condition of the people. You know, we need to work on water resources. We need to work on education for the children in these places. And water hyacinth is a major problem. Okay. It's blocking them in. So at the exhibition, there is a meaty met. They make things, you know, products from water hyacinths. Things like bags, stools, you know. So we are also having those on display.
I see visuals of the Commodore Channel Lagos. Did I get that right?
Yes, yeah. Many people don't even know it's called that.
Oh, really?
So that's that part in. That's where every boat goes in from the high sea into Lagos.
Ah, interesting. I did not know it was
that's the place
called
behind
that.
Federal Palace Hotel. So
Yeah,
that's
and there's plenty of
Commodore
history
Channel.
there, by the way, because
Yes.
this is where I think in the Queen the pot she used to use when she came visiting Nigeria, and why Victoria Island is called Victoria Island.
Yes.
So much history we don't know.
Yeah, you know, we are documenting history. So everything we do now is documenting history for tomorrow. For those who didn't live now, to witness how we live. So it's what the Eyes of a Lagos Boy project really stands for.
Very interesting. And you're doing this altruistically, I guess, because you're putting out, impacting people and all. That smile on your face, however. Look at that picture. Look at that. What is that? Saga Village?
So yes, Saga.
Saga.
So you can see that's the angle. From this angle, many people have never seen
Look
Ekwe.
at that. I did not imagine that it would look.
So, you know, we are bringing us to us.
Oh, what part of Ekwe is this?
Yes, Saga.
I've never...
Yeah, it's really deep inside.
Wow.
So there are villages, you know, over 140 of them all around the coastline. Some of them you can't even get to by land, while some you can. But again, mostly you use the boat, and there's water hyacinth everywhere.
There they are, the
so
hyacinth.
these people actually are blocked in. They drink water from the lagoon, which is unfortunate. I mean, that was what really, really, really drove me into doing this. We need to do something about that.
How's their modern life? I mean, when I say modern life, I'm talking about education and commerce. How do they manage all of this?
So as beautiful as this place is, the thing is life has kind of stopped. It's like 100 years ago.
Wow.
They lack basic amenities that we, even in Lagos, which is still not enough.
Wow.
So they lack that. Kids can't go to school. It's just a school, no books.
Oh, wow.
And okay, water hyacinth is disturbing fishermen. They can't really work.
Your efforts are not for nothing. It's also bringing light to these challenges that these people are going through. But who has shown attention? Who has shown, what's the word now? Concern for the work that you're putting there and wants to help these people? Are there any takers?
Fortunately, I think the right agencies are listening, and they are ready to partner with us. LASWA, Lagos State Waterways Authorities, they are in on this with us.
Nice.
They are interested in it. We're having a public debate next week, and they are participating. The Ministry of Water Resources in Lagos State, the permanent secretary is also interested. So the bodies that are involved are now being concerned, and they are being informed. And I think something is beginning to happen. We really hope for the
Eyes
best.
of a Lagos boy. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Each time you're here, it's always so rich. Love your art, love your expressions, and love the fact that you're one of the few guests who comes in and actually asks about me personally. Hey, how are you doing? You look good today. Thank you very much.
You guys are doing a great
That's
job.
a lesson to everybody else. We appreciate that you're here again, and we look forward to the exhibition. I'll try and be there myself personally. Thank you. Now, do stay tuned because we've got more coming your way. That's it for Arts Display. But hey, we've got more. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
And finally,
yes, indeed.
Yeah, we're joined by Uganze Udekalu. She's the founder of Your Food Geek. Now, she's a lawyer and restaurant blogger. What an interesting combination.
Yes, and she's also a restaurant consultant, just in case you're thinking of starting something about food. Her journey with food started from her passion for food and discovering the art in it. Food and art, you are welcome.
Thank you so much for
Good to have
having
you
me.
here.
Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. So we're your camera. We are so yes because we understand. I know your camera work is amazing.
Yeah.
Have
Oh,
you
by the way,
seen that page?
I've seen your
Thank
page.
you.
Fantastic work on there.
Thank
Are you also a photographer?
Yes, well, I do a bit of food photography.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So tell us how it all started, your food geek.
Okay. You know, I get asked this question a lot, and I'm always very happy to tell my story. So for as long as I can remember, I've always loved to go out there and eat. You know, not that I don't eat at home, like we all do, of course. But you know, there's this thing about dressing up and stepping out of your comfort zone and going to explore and discover different types of food. So for as long as I can't even remember, let me put it that way, I've always enjoyed doing that. So in having to go from one place to the other to try their food and, you know, have the experience. Because for me, going out to eat is really beyond the food itself. It's a total experience.
Yeah.
You get to have people around you. You deal with the waiters,
Ambience.
the vibes, everything.
Vibe,
So it's a complete experience that goes beyond the food that you know we really go out there for. So it started with me just going out to eat and try different places. So I really love to explore restaurants and food. So that's how it started. With my journey on the food. Yes.
Honestly, I love the way the pictures look. It just makes you feel
much.
hungry.
I know, right? Thanks.
And, you know, I did mention earlier on that sometimes when food looks so good, you don't want to mess with it. You don't want to touch it. You don't want to touch it. Have you been able to resist that over the years?
Well, that happens a lot. And people always ask me this question as well. They say, you take the photos so well, and at what point do you move from having to take the photos to now having to eat the food, seeing how beautiful it looks? So I always be like, well, we have to eat the food anyway. So as soon as I'm done with, you know, capturing the food, so I know it's time for me to eat the food. So yes, like you said, it looks really good, and you don't want to mess it up, so to speak. So, but you have to eat it anyway.
I'd like to say that you actually inspired me only just today after going through
thank you so much.
And I told the ladies this morning, I said to them that I'm starting a food blog myself.
Oh, you should join me.
It's going to be called Biker Burger Hunter.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Does it sound good?
Biker Burger Hunter.
I love it. Say it again, sorry.
Biker Burger Hunter. Because I have a thing for burgers and I want to I want to discover the ultimate burger.
That would be nice.
However, tips from you. When would I become an authority in food blogging?
Well,
when did you become an authority?
Okay, I would say for me, thanks, by the way, for actually calling me or referring to me as authority. I didn't even think, like, when I started that I would get to this point where people have to reach out to me, ask me for recommendations, seek for my advice on even how to start up a restaurant, or, you know, to say, where do we go to eat this or that? So thank you for acknowledging that. So how did I become an authority? I think just with everything you do in life, if you're able to bring value, if you're able to create trust, if you're able to be consistent at whatever you do, people tend to just, you know, look up to you in that area or industry where you're operating from. So I think for me, I was able to bring value to the table for both the restaurant owners and diners, like maybe, let's say, you and I, you know. So helping them create visibility, that's on the part of the restaurant owners. So I bring value to them, and I also bring values to people like me in the past, where I wonder, where do I go to get social things? So if you're able to bring value, and I show up every day with the value that I bring on all my social media platforms. So that's consistency, and the trust, my judgment. So I think with value, trust, and consistency, you can become an authority.
You've turned something that wasn't considered an occupation into something really grand.
Thank you.
And I have to say, you're like a social entrepreneur. But when did you start seeing this as a business? When did it move from hobby stage to business stage for you?
Okay. So I still see it as a hobby, seeing that I enjoy doing it. It's so much fun. You know, when I tell people that I'm going out to eat or hey, there's a new place I want to go discover, there's this joy for me. They don't really relate. So it's still a hobby for me. It hasn't moved away from being a hobby. Now, when did it become like, let's say, business-like and everything? Now, when people started to reach out to me, to recommend to them where they should go to.
Okay.
When restaurant owners started to reach out to me to say, we want you to come on board, we're opening this place, when do you want to come? We like your audience, we love what you do.
Okay.
So I started to say, okay, it's time to make something out of this hobby of mine.
Okay.
So I used to always say I moved from passion to portfolio, where I'm able to get paid for what I enjoy doing. So when they started to reach out to me,
passion to
portfolio. Yes. So when I moved from it just being a passion for me to being a portfolio, so I started to, you know, put a tag to it, monetarily, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's how best to answer that.
I'm thinking about, you know, family and friends.
Okay.
When, you know, they heard that, you know, you wanted to take this on seriously. You know, did they, in quote, laugh at
No,
you
not at
and
all.
take you on seriously?
No, not at all. Yes, absolutely.
I can
not
see
at
them
all.
being supportive.
Not at all.
Because of all the free food.
Exactly.
Not necessarily, but because they see how much I really enjoy doing it. Yes.
Now,
So,
regarding that, we've talked about the business angle and you starting and everything. Let's talk about this and your personal life. How has it affected you? Has it affected you in any way?
Well,
food, we all know. If you consume plenty of it, it's more wahala.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes,
so,
I think so.
Do you have those concerns?
no, not really. For example, I'm very particular as to where I eat, even though people see that I eat almost everywhere.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always, not always like that. How I can say it has affected me, let me not pin it down to health-wise, just speaking generally. For instance, I'm here today based on what I do. I didn't think a day would come where people want me to, you know, come talk about it even, or want to give me audience as to, like, I mean, it's food. What's so special about food that we haven't heard or already know? So I think in so many positive ways, it's really affected me, so to speak. When I say that loosely. I've met a lot of people in the course of what I do, like a lot of people really. I can't begin to explain that.
So what's the most exotic place you've been to in order to take a picture of some really good food? The most interesting place, maybe not exotic, but the most interesting place that comes to mind.
Okay, like let me put Lagos in the picture.
Okay.
There are so many beautiful and amazing restaurants in Lagos. And if you would agree with me, there's almost every restaurant on every block in Lagos.
Okay.
Like they spring up like, what's that word I would like to use? They just really literally spring up at every corner. So, and if you notice, they pay great attention to ambience these days.
Yeah.
So I can't really point one and leave the other. Majority of them, are really exotic. And, well, let me use the word you use, exotic. They are really beautiful. So it's always amazing to take pictures in those spaces.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go mentioning names.
Okay, but what about
restaurants.
places? Places you never thought you would visit?
Like restaurants, you mean,
No,
right?
I'm talking about locations.
I'm talking about countries here.
Locations.
You've been
Oh,
around the
okay,
world
yes,
when it
I
comes to
have.
that.
Oh, wow, yes.
So if you're going to rate
Yes,
these
oh,
other
okay.
parts of the
Okay, I understand
world that
now
you've been
what you
to,
mean.
with the instance here in
Yes.
Nigeria, how would it be? What would it be?
If said again, sorry.
If you're going to rate the hospitality of these other locations, these other countries, to what we have here
To
in
answer
Nigeria.
the question, we now understand better.
Yeah.
I've got an invite from restaurants in Cape Town and Johannesburg, to come review their restaurant. Like, it was so, at first I couldn't even believe it was happening.
Wow.
So yes, I took a trip down there. It was really amazing.
Did they pay for the
The
flight?
reception, can I not answer that now? So the reception was very warm and interesting, you know. I had such a good time. So I didn't think that I would find myself in such places doing, you know, what I do now. I didn't think a time like that would come. Now, how can I rate hospitality business generally? I think they've done such an amazing job. Like, over the years, things have changed in terms of hospitality.
In Nigeria?
Yes, in Nigeria and across, really.
Okay.
But, you know, the thing is that people, when they think of hospitality, they tend to just think of only food and beverage, restaurants. But there's so much more to it. Like, you will agree with me now that traveling and tourism, they've really picked up. Those are still part of hospitality. People want to explore the world. People want to see the world. Even those that can't travel, like I say to people, what I encourage people to dine out is you can see the world even if you're in Lagos. That's why we have Mexican restaurants, Italian restaurants. So when you're in such a place, it feels as though you're in those countries, but really you're not there. So you get to experience their culture through food. So I would say really and truly that the hospitality industry, they've really expanded, and everybody's interested in the business because really there's money in it.
I love the smile that came onto her face.
So everybody is looking to do something in relation to that. So really, it's they've really expanded. They've grown. Everybody's interested in hospitality business now. Yes.
Honestly, I honestly, if not that I can't ride to those locations, I would have jumped on the burger train. But the thing is,
burger bike.
Well,
yes.
I'm calling it. Okay, so mine is the burger train.
That sounds cool too.
I'm just saying.
I'll tell you
Burger
what.
Let's.
It was actually a very deliberate effort to try and make sure that today we serve something deserving of.
Oh, really?
Yes, deserving
wow.
Your food geek.
Yeah, your food geek.
Yes.
And so it is
Thank
with
you.
plenty trepidation and pleasure that we would
wow.
like to announce that we've got some hors d'oeuvres for you.
Really?
Which we will be
Join us in the
presenting to
kitchen
you.
before
wow.
you twist his tongue.
Thank you.
Any
Je
further.
te présente, chef.
All right.
Please.
Let's go.
This way, please.
Oh, this way. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Yeah, welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Please take a
Okay,
sit.
let me sit here. Thank you so much. Oh, this looks really good.
Oh, it does.
Wow.
This is canopies,
here.
and this is Chef Olanike.
Thanks.
And this one is just made for
Nice
you
to meet you, Chef.
canopies. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And would like you to please have a taste and let us know what you think
All
about it.
right.
Thank you. I can't wait already. Thank you.
All right. Okay, you
That's
can
your
see how
cutlery over
you can
there.
see her, the look on her face.
Yeah.
Okay, she's
Who's joining me? Sorry.
So it's
She's
all yours,
breathing
so
hard.
please
Really, all of
enjoy.
it?
Yes.
Okay. I love to share, so I'll always ask who's joining me.
So it's important that you savor every moment while it's in your mouth, because we would need you to rate it.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Okay. Yes.
Taste Imaginations is almost losing it here. She's shivering. Please just stay calm. She'll be fine.
That's a mouthful already. So there we go.
Okay. Tastes good.
So
Love it. Like it. On a scale of 1 to 10.
Have a drink to go with it.
oh, this is a moment of truth.
So first of all, I love the veggies. They are fresh.
Okay.
That's what I noticed first.
Okay.
So because most people tend to miss it, they don't use fresh vegetables. And that's easy to actually spot.
Okay.
Yeah, so I felt the crunchiness from the food.
Yeah.
So making me believe that it's very, very fresh. Now, ordinarily, I don't like dodo, to be very frank.
Okay.
But this is absolutely nice because I love the combination of the dodo, the eggs, and the veggies. And then this
the
cream.
spread.
Yes, well, I call it cream sometimes. Yes, the spread and the cream. It's really a great mix. I love it. Thank you. And also,
Okay.
sorry, I was going to talk about your presentation.
Yeah.
Really amazing. You know, we eat with our eyes first before we actually get to the mouth.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
good job. Thank you.
Like before we wrap this up, I want to know: must you be a good cook to be a food blogger?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, you don't have to be.
Probably don't even have to.
No, I
visit the
cook
kitchen.
very well, though. Let me keep it as that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so
At
much.
this point, we have to wrap it up on today's Thursday edition with this artistic food, all the art and everything we've talked about today. It's been amazing. Tomorrow is
Let's
Friday.
not forget Mazino. He's still on the couch.
Yeah, Mazino.
And
Anyone
that's it for today's episode of Hell's Kitchen. No, I'm joking. In any case, thank you, Food Geek. It was great having you.
Yeah.
All right, great stuff.
Tomorrow
Thank you
morning.
so much, Chef Alua Nike, for this.
Yes.
Olanike, thank
Yes.
you so much.
7 a.m. sharp. We will be right back here on your screens. Don't forget, Your View is next. And tomorrow's game day, so don't miss it.
Have a fun day.